In two previous videos, we took a look at questions to ask related to how to prioritize tasks, especially when they seem like they're all due on the very same day. In one of the videos, we talked about assessing the situation, the questions you can ask to help you with that. In the second video, we looked at questions you can ask for the decision-making process. And if you have not had a chance yet to see those two videos, the links to them are down below in the description. In this video today, we're going to take a look at another stage of the prioritization process. How do you prioritize these tasks? And that is the prevention of these so-called fire drills. To do this, it calls for debriefing and learning from your past experiences. When you find yourself in situations like this where you just feel inundated with requests and questions just seemingly due all the very same day, it's really tempting to just want to get out of this as quickly as possible and move on to the rest of your monster to-do list. But pausing to analyze how it got to this point will help you tremendously in the future and possibly cut back on the number of times it happens when you move into prevention mode. How did all of these items suddenly land in your lap with the exact same due date and exact same level of importance? Well, let's take a look at it briefly from a project management perspective. A lot of times, these aren't true emergencies. For example, someone forgot about something and suddenly remembered it. That's not an emergency. Or it shouldn't have been. Or someone didn't track the progress, the status, and suddenly dug in to get answers. Or somehow it cropped up because a common deadline for multiple people approached, and suddenly, after waiting until the last minute, everyone decided to do the legwork. Or maybe a project that was assigned a long time ago sat on the back burner until the deadline rolled around. These are all project management related fixes, determining the deadline, mapping out all of the steps and each step's deadline, plus completing status checks along the way can prevent a great deal of these so-called fire drills. Another perspective, another lens you can wear when examining the situation would be your industry's trend. Are a number of fire drills the result of the line of work you're in? Are you in PR? Are you in IT support? Are you in healthcare? Are you in litigation? These are fields or industries that quite often have unexpected situations arise. And if this is the case, it's important to track how many hours on average you receive last minute requests that must truly be completed that day. And then allow for that amount of cushion within your daily schedule. For example, if you have an average of up to 3 hours per day of these truly last minute requests that really absolutely must get done that very same day, then you should allow for that amount of time in between all of your meetings and planned tasks that are scheduled for the day. Another perspective to look at is negotiating time with others. When you proceed through the task triaging process that I detailed in the two previous videos, you will also have the language to explain to anyone involved how the decision was made. And this can help you with the prevention part, negotiating time with others. So if you're able to explain how the decision was made, and then you can diplomatically negotiate time with others, it helps prevent a lot of these fire drills from happening, or at least helps you reschedule some of these so-called emergencies. When teams and departments don't sit down to examine their short-term and long-term workloads, they often find themselves just constantly up against the clock to meet deadlines. Operating this way is definitely not good for productivity levels, mental health, or physical health, or morale. Now, as I mentioned in the previous videos about how to prioritize tasks, it's important to have a conversation with your department, with your team, with your supervisor about how to make decisions about prioritization. And it's equally important to have a conversation about project management and workload management. When you implement these preventive steps in task prioritization, you can help scale back the number of fire drills that occur.